Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 13 of the Brim and Grum Let's Play. As you can see here, I am making hoppers and lots of them. Uh, we are going to begin our darkroom spawner build this episode, and it requires a whole bunch. And this is one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons we needed so much iron. As you can see, I went through a whole bunch of stacks of iron getting this hoppers ready. I mean, each one of those represents 5 ingots, so each full stack of this represents 5 full stacks, or about a half a stack of iron blocks. So that's a lot of iron represented right there. Matter of fact, I would rather have my hoppers in here. Uh, I've already gone out and built a little build pad at the end of the. We did pick up a second wither skull. Look at there, whoop whoop, second wither skull. Let's grab some more materials. We're going to need a chest or two just to drop down. We got a couple. Just to drop down out there. We could need some wood. We'll come back and get our redstone when we're ready for that phase. It wouldn't hurt to have this. We'll eventually come back and put our packed ice in there. Okay, I'm going to run out to the end of the pad. Is it dark? Alright, I'll sleep and run out to the end of the little launch thing, and then I'll meet you guys there. Okay, guys, so we are out at the end of that. Actually, moved this on out a little bit. I decided I pretty much didn't want to see this at all once it was built, unless I had come out here to get item. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Unless I had come out here intentionally, I really didn't want to see it. So we're going to drop down. This is just going to be for material. So while we're working out here, we're just going to stuff stuff in these so that we can kind of get our materials ready out here, and then once we begin building, we'll, and I guess I probably should not have put all this away. Alright, and we're going to do that right now. So, this is a design that I had built, 1, 2, hang on, I need to count, 3, 4. Let me go ahead and lay this out. It's going to be 23 by 23, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you about it. Ready? Let's do a fast build. Ready? Go! Okay, so the 23 by 23 pad is built. This will actually become work surface. There will be another one above us where the mobs actually land. I was talking about this. I have originally built this, and it's based on water flows. I had originally built this out of cobble and such back in the day, and then I saw a better way to do it, and I don't remember the guy's video. It's the reason we went and got the packed ice. The packed ice is for this build right here. And I'll see if I can hunt before I post this up. I'll see if I can hunt down his video, because I saw a guy who built it out of packed ice. And now he did his a little different than I do mine. And yeah, and I know I'm going to lose some stone here, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do every fourth one. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Oop, no, that one right there. 2, 3, fourth one. And we end up with a gap at the end, which will bug my symmetry. We'll probably end up putting in some extra just to make it look balanced. Anyway, he had built his. I build mine so that the chambers up above, the spawn chambers, are 4 tall, or 3 tall rather, so that witches and Endermen can spawn. His is built so that they cannot. It's only 2 tall. I know that the problem is with my design is that Endermen will spawn in there, and then the moment the water hits them, they'll run, they'll teleport away, and the only place for them to teleport will be onto my kill pad above, so I'll end up with a whole bunch of Endermen up there. I'm okay with that, because either A, I can ignore them, and it's no big deal, or I can hop up there if I want and kill them, and let the Ender Pearls drop into the system as well. So I get kind of an option. You know, how do you want to handle this option? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and poke holes here and get the get the glowstone in, and I'll be back with you in just a second. So while I was working on that, I realized why this was off one. This should have been, this corner should have been sitting right here, which would have made this balanced all the way around. And I'm looking at it, and I think, just because my OCD will kick in and drive me nuts, I think I have to do it, which means I have to put in one more row around the outside here, and then take out a row over there. So I'm going to do that real quick, just so this is balanced. I will end up spending quite a bit of time out here, so I want it to look nice. So let me do that real quick, and I'll be right back with you. Haha, much better. Okay, so now it's balanced. Um, it kind of messes with my build pad over here, my build station, but that's okay. So the very next thing we need to do, can I still put this here with those? Okay, let me think for just a second. Let me do some math, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I just need to make sure. So we need to build a tower up, and this will have a ladder on it. So this will all be this will actually all be ironworks. This is where all those hoppers are going to go. They're going to go right in here, filling up this area to bring down the items that are spawning or are being dropped up a couple of levels. So we need to go up several levels. So we're one above here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is probably, let's go one more, 6. That probably gives us more than enough room to work under there, and we'll probably eventually close that in. But I kind of like leaving my works open so that I can get in there and look at them and see them. I mean, that's part of the joy, right? So now I want to make sure every once in a while an Enderman that spawns in the above spawning pads will just wander out and fall. So we want to make sure that we've got a big enough drop to kill him if he should do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Oh my goodness, we're just going to run this stack to the ground. Now, what I did not do is bring ladders with me, but there's a reason to some extent that we did this up here. Because I can go Geronimo and take the big plunge and hopefully swim back up before I drown. So, all right. So this will become our access tower. That will be the top of that will be where and that is far enough away for something to spawn, and it invariably will because I did not put. So let's run up there real quick to see if we can get up there before something spawns. Ladders. We brought ladders. We'll take both stacks just in case. We'll get ladders put up. And then we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so looks like the sun's coming up over there. Our tower is up in the air. It's been lit up so that nothing can spawn on the top of it. So really, I guess our entity count should just be... Well, it's actually still pretty... Oh, we've got lots of squids. Yep, squids will be spawning out here. Okay, so... I guess the next thing, we want to kind of establish where the floor is going to be. Oh, hang on, it's phone. I gotta take it. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So we're going to have an entire row. So we need to be able to walk. So we got to go up at least 2. We're going to have a row for hoppers, a row for the floor. So I'm thinking, and we just need to establish a ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'd said 5 a while ago, and I think that's probably the appropriate thing. And this will actually need to be half slab, but for now we can do that, just so that we can get our corner established, because obviously we can't put it on the corner because of our. So yeah, there we go. All right. And speaking of half slabs, I don't think I brought any. Shame on me. But we'll fix that in a bit. So does that work? Yep, that works. Okay, so the very next thing we need to do is we're going to go up to the top of this, and right above this outside row, which is 23 by 23, we're going to build a ring, which will eventually become the outside walls. And then starting where the glowstone is, this is 21 by 21 from one corner to the other, and that will actually be the size of our spawning pads minus a big X in the middle where stuff can fall out. And that's because based on the way water runs. So the way this whole thing works is that in the side of each wall over here there will be a dispenser with water in it, and it'll be on a big hopper clock that will turn the water on and then off. And that's, I said I had done that much on my own with cobblestone in the past, and then I saw the video where they used packed ice instead, and what that does is allow the water to be on for less time, meaning that the spawner is on for a longer period of time because it takes less time to push stuff off of packed ice than it does to push it off of cobble. So it is definitely, although it's not a new idea, this type of trap, it is definitely an update to what I had done in the past. Although, like I said, I don't like the fact that he only does 2 high spawning platforms, meaning witches cannot spawn. Enderman, we'll do an Enderman farm later, so I'm not really worried about them, but I absolutely want the witch drops because that's how glowstone becomes a renewable resource. You have to have witches. And so far we've only found like 1 swamp on the other side of our desert over there, and we haven't found witches whatever hut in that swamp. So right now we don't have the ability to farm witches. So we're gonna go ahead and go up here and build that platform, that first ring, and I'll be back with you as soon as I've got that done. Okay guys, so here we are. We have built the 23 by 23 ring around. Now unfortunately I forgot to bring the packed, actually I didn't forget to bring the packed ice. I was not willing to bring it out here. It is perhaps my most precious resource right now. Even the hoppers, thanks to the fact that that's all renewable, the hoppers aren't as valuable to me as the packed ice. So I did not bring the packed ice out yet. So I'm going to have to run back to the castle and get that, and I will dump that in the ender chest. And then I'll meet you back up here and show you the footprint for this in just a second. Oh! Okay, so we're back over here. We've got 16 stacks. I'm just going to take the first 4 out and run up to our ring. Now, each pie slice or pyramid, they're really kind of pyramids, so each level essentially will have 4 little pyramids in it that are spawn platforms, and then those pyramids each take an entire stack of well, in the original design cobble, in the new design an entire stack of packed ice. Now if I remember correctly, see, it's 1, 2, 3, and then you start here. Yeah, we don't want to be walking on that because we will slide right off there. And then 1, 2, 3, and we start here. And then essentially the way this works, and it is the fact that ice is slippery that makes this better than cobble, makes it better than my original design. And I really will, because I like to give credit where credit is due, I really will go find, you know, I don't know if you can slide off of here holding the shift key or not. I have not tried that. That would be really bad. But we're essentially going to build a pyramid out here. So this shape steps in one, and it looks like I'm bumping against the side right now and not falling. So that's good. And what will happen, because this is the exact footprint that water spreads out when it is distributed from a single point. So that's what this is designed to mirror, is the footprint of water. And what it will do is when our dispenser triggers, it will flood this entire platform and push anything that's on it off. So we don't have to, as a result, we don't have to worry about mobs being close enough to wander. You know, a lot of mob spawner rooms, dark room spawners are based on the fact that the mobs will move and eventually wander off the side. This spawner, that's not true. You know, beyond 32 squares, blocks, which we will be when we're standing down there, the mobs won't move, but the water will move them for us. We'll push them out here, and then they will fall to their doom down there. So here's the first one, and there will be another one on that side, and that side. So we end up with this, let's see, 68, 120, 256 block spawn area per level. So almost, by the time we got 4 levels in, almost well, a little over 1,024 blocks that they can spawn on. So we're going to put in the next pad. Actually, I'll put in the rest of the pad on this, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, guys, so the first spawning platform is done. This is it. So what you'll see is that in each wall there will be a dispenser with water in it, and that'll all be triggered from, and there will be one of those on each of the 4 levels. And when the water dispenses, of course, it runs straight out in a 7, and then it runs straight out and straight out. And then in the middle, in this area, it begins pushing, you know, out towards the edge. And the mobs just get pushed off and plummet to their doom. So my pinky finger from holding the shift key, though, is just about, you know, just crushing that shift key so that I don't fall off of here, is worn out. So I'm going to take a break, and we'll come back to this now. Obviously, the break for you won't be long at all, but I'm going to go ahead and build the next 4 spawn platform, or the next 3 spawn platforms. It's just the exact same thing that you see here. And then we'll have to build a ring around the outside at this level too for our access points to the wall, as well as on one side we'll have to build our hopper clock and our that's interesting. You see that right there? That is actually holes of air, pockets of air in the water. There's a couple of them out here. They're glitches. I don't know where they come from. Anyway, to hold our hopper clock, our pulse generator, and then our dual timed lines to trigger our torch tower. So I'm going to take a break, and matter of fact, as long as this episode is getting, we'll probably break this one here, and then we'll come back and do the redstone in episode 14. I sure do appreciate you spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey guys, just a quick update. So in building out the pads, I said I was going to come back and do all the redstone in the next episode, but I realized that I don't want to be in here once this is all buttoned up and dark, because there's going to be mobs everywhere. So I want to go ahead and get the dispensers in, and they go in the bottom center of each wall. You'll see I've left a hole over there. I was getting ready to leave the hole for this wall over here when I realized, no, I need to put the dispensers in now. And the reason I need to put the dispensers in now is so that I don't have to come back in here, because I would have to be over here to click and face that way. So just wanted to show you all that before we got too far, and we'll pick back up in the next episode. We'll have the rest of this built up and have the dispensers in, and then we'll be ready to wire this whole thing up. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Okay, guys, well, I'm back at the bottom, and, oh, let's not go falling in. I was trying to look up, and all 4 layers are done, and the roof has been put on. I put on half slab for roofing, and as you can see, we've already got some items building up down here. That's just from mobs that while I was putting the roof on, they were wandering around trying to follow after me and slipped and fell through the holes that exist, or the big X, the giant X that exists. So yeah, it's obviously they're spawning there. They are falling on their own, and we're going to, in the next episode, in episode 14, we're going to make sure they fall much more rapidly and much more frequently. So I'll see you in that episode. Thanks. Hey guys, be sure to click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and sub if you haven't, and check out the rest of my videos. Appreciate you spending your time with me, and have a great day.